All right, let's see. Am I live for sure? Okay, yes, I'm live. I'm live. Okay. Hello, everyone. Hello. Sorry, I was a little bit late. I was trying to get everything together. Good afternoon. Hi, Yolanda. Hi, Diane. Hi, how are you? How are you guys doing this Sunday? You guys can hear me well? Everything's good? Let me know how you guys are doing today. Let's see if my moderators are also in the chat so we can make sure we don't have no craziness going on in this room. Hello, happy Sunday, Vanessa. Hi, Jackie. How are you? How's everyone doing today? I hope you guys are very well. Sound like a little droplet. Let's see. Okay, yes, everything good. Okay, perfect. I'm gonna see if my moderators are on here right now because I want to show you guys something in a second. Hi, Diane. How are you? You're good. You're doing good. Hi, Vaughn. How are you? Hi, Naturally Marmar. Happy Sunday. Thank you. Yes. I have my hair all out and a little bit wild today. I actually was at my friend's house yesterday and she has a pool and by the water and my hair was getting all crazy. So I love it. I just let it be. Just let it be. Hi, Deborah. How are you? Hi, Gina. How are you, dear? Hopefully my moderators will come in. Let me see here. Having a blessed. Oh, hey, sweet lady. Hey, dear. How are you? Hey, Pamela. How are you? Vanessa said, having a blessed Sunday. I bought some dried herbs, sell prices for my budget. Awesome. Where'd you get your herbs from, Vanessa? I'm just curious. For me, Amazon is a great place to get herbs. If you're looking for like quick and fast turnaround. You're doing good, Gina. I'm glad. So I want to show you guys what I got, and I wanted to thank Tiana. She was my moderator last week. I don't think she's in the chat yet. But she is this upside down? No. She actually sent me the money to get this scalp massager. She was so sweet. We were kind of talking about scalp massages last week. So this came in and I'm so excited. I haven't opened it or anything, so I was like, let me just wait for the live. So I will definitely when I wash my hair this today, when I wash my hair today, I will definitely be using this thing. I was like packed in there. Let me pull this out. So this is the little scalp massager that has like the little feet here on this end, and yeah, I'm really excited. Let's see. Oh, it needs to probably charge. Oh, the name of the scalp massager is Smart Scalp Massager. Is there another name? Well, that's what I see. I can link it for you, though. Definitely, I'll link it for you. Oh, it is charged a little bit. But see, this is... I'm so excited. I'm going to be... Oh, yes. It feels really good, actually. So I will be actually using this for wash day, maybe with my pre-poo treatment. Oh, it has like different speeds. So I wanted to thank Tiana. Oh, Sunrise Hot Ross says, "Sup, Michelle, you got the same one I got. You won't be disappointed." Yeah, I don't know if you guys saw in the chat last week. We were talking about scalp massages. So Tiana, she wanted to give me something, so she sent me this, which is really sweet. Okay, now how do I turn this off? Do I just hold it? Oh, oh no. Now I don't know how to turn it off, y'all. Hold up. Maybe I have to press it down. That's how you do it. Look at me. Okay, so and it comes in a nice little case, so like it, fits perfectly, and I guess so it doesn't, I guess, be rolling around and get caught up in things. So I'm really excited for that. Okay, let's see here. All right. Vanessa says, oh, Demira says, hello, how are you? I'm actually doing really good today. Had a little rest and relaxation. I feel like I was a little bit stressed last week. Had so much to get done, like my taxes and everything, but now it's all behind me. I feel like I can finally breathe a little bit. Up fresh braid out for me too. Check out my Instagram photo when you get a moment. I definitely will. I'll definitely go check it out. Okay. Herbs from the supermarket. I need coffee and had a moment. Okay. Hello, this is my first live chat, but I've been following you for a while now. Well, welcome, Cynthia. Feel free to ask any questions, chit chat, whatever you like in the chat box below. Usually, we kind of talk a little bit about the challenge that we had. We literally just finished it up. We wrapped up week 8 this week, which was all about moisture. So let me just get into these real quick, and then we'll kind of jump back into that. Okay. Let's see if there's anyone else. I saw that on Good Morning America. Can't wait for your review. Yes, mine's is on the way. Yay! I'm so glad. I'm so glad. You got the massage speed and the itch speed, and to switch it off, just hold the button. Okay, yeah, thank you. I was having a moment. Oh, this is gonna be really, really exciting. I'm really excited to try this. Um, let's see here. Hi, I'm late. What's that thing? So this is a scalp massager. I got it from Amazon, and it's called, on the box, it just says a smart scalp massager. So yeah, we were talking about the importance of keeping our scalp massage, everything. So it's my newest little fun thing that I'll be using. It looks like it will give a good massage. Yeah, it definitely does. Looks like little fingers kind of are at the end of it, and so I'm really excited. Damaris says, "Amen. Glad to hear that you're more relaxed." Thank you. Thank you. I think you should do a tuna hair growth oil challenge next. I don't know what a tuna one is, but I'm definitely, thinking of maybe obviously something with oils, or either something with like sprays, like maybe like a leave-in spray for your hair that you DIY and then massage your scalp with it. I'm open to suggestions. Also, if you can drop it in the comment box. What would you guys like to see next? What type of challenge would you guys like to see next? I definitely will say it will probably include something that is um, in conjunction with scalp massages. So it could be like an oil treatment. I think someone had also suggested that I do like something for the scalp, like a leave-on spritz for the scalp, and then you massage that into your hair. So I'm open to suggestions. Thank you again, Sun is Hot Raw. I appreciate your super chat. I appreciate you always giving. I really appreciate it. Um, Let me see. Michelle, thank you so much for my hair care package. I'm in love. You're welcome, sweet lady. You're welcome. I appreciate you, and I appreciate how much work you do for me every week in the chat, helping out, fighting all those people who, coming here to disrupt. Um, Naturally in a Budget says it's the cactus plant. Oh, I've never heard of that particular cactus plant called tuna. I'll take a look into it. Is that local to where you are? Or is that something that you can buy anywhere? Vanessa says, "Yep, I like the idea. Fenugreek, aloe vera spray, etc." Yeah, I think that might be some type of like leave-in. Yeah, someone said yes, leave-in spray. Summer is coming. Yeah, I think so too. Okay, okay, and I'll try to make sure I give you guys enough time to get the stuff and everything that you need for this challenge. Let me see. Today's May 23rd. Okay. I was trying to see when June begins, which is on a Tuesday. Maybe it'll be like the second week in June, just to give you guys a little bit of time, and also for me to like make the video about the challenge and everything. The tuna can be used as a leave-in just like aloe vera gel, only that it's better. Oh, okay. I'll have to take a look at it. I'll have to see also how convenient it is for not just me to get it, but anyone else to get it. So, yeah. How about black water and fenugreek spray balancing out with more moisturizing ingredients as a leave-in spray? What do you mean black water? You mean like black rice? Oh yeah, black rice water. I see. I just saw your comment. Okay, yeah, black rice water. Okay, and fenugreek spray balancing out. Okay. Yashonda says, "How often do you make your homemade sprays?" It depends on what I'm doing for the I would say the week or the month. Since I do sell products, I've been using a lot of my own leave-in. The one that I have, the hydrating leave-in spray. So I use that one a lot. But if I'm really focusing like on scalp care, I'll make one specific to whatever it is I'm focusing on that week. I do like to use like hibiscus and aloe and green tea. And I'll make that mixture for like a week in the fridge, and I'll just spray it on my actual scalp maybe every day or every other day. But again, it just kind of depends on what I'm looking for that week. Sometimes I don't use the spray on my scalp. Sometimes I use it more frequently. It's starting to get very warm out, so I will definitely be using leave-in sprays more regularly. Chantel says, yes, I'm in already. Awesome, awesome. Yes. Black rice water. I ordered my cactus from Amazon. Okay, Damaris, I'm gonna check out to see if you can get the cactus from Amazon. Um, and I just never had heard of tuna cactus, so now I'm like really curious. Okay. Hi, Valencia. How are you, dear? Yolanda says, how often should we exfoliate our scalp? So we kind of mentioned this last week, and I think that's going to be contingent on what you're using on your scalp and how your scalp is feeling. Are you suffering from dandruff and all those type of things? I think like exfoliation for me, I would say maybe once every 6 to 8 weeks. But if you need it more often, I'm not someone who's into like that. Put a sugar scrub on your scalp and rub it out. There are some benefits to exfoliating your scalp, but I don't think that everyone needs to. I also think some products can have a little bit of exfoliating properties, kind of like some of our herbal treatments that we use. Remember, some of those herbs can have like a little bit of grit or dirt for it. And then you can use that to help exfoliate the scalp when you like massage your hair and massage your scalp often. So, so yeah, I would say maybe every 6 to 8 weeks. Are you suffering from like dandruff or dry scalp on your scalp? Let me know. So then we can kind of talk that through as well. Naturally on a Budget says tuna is what we Jamaicans have been using forever. Oh, that's awesome. That's awesome. I'm definitely gonna take a look. I feel like I don't know anything about that, so um I'm actually from, I don't know if you guys know that I'm actually from Texas, so we would eat cactus from the like cactus tacos, but that's kind of the only thing I know. um, so yeah. Wow, it's been a long time since I used cactus in my hair memories. Awesome. Vanessa, are you from the Caribbean too? Damaris, oh, you can also get the cactus from Walmart. I just remembered. Oh, okay, okay. Um, Tiana. Oh, hey, Tiana, you're in the chat. Okay, awesome. She says, hi, Michelle. I'm late, but I'm here. Have you considered using black seed oil in an oil herb blend? Yes. I actually have black seed that I got from Morocco when I was in Morocco. I actually have tons of it in the house. Um, yeah, I definitely am thinking about like infusing it into oil. There's a lot of ways you can use black seed, and it's so powerful. Um, yes, and in an oil, I'm sure it'd be really, really like stimulating for the scalp too. And she just said, Tiana said, I just received my products I ordered from you. Hey, I'm glad. I'm so glad. I'm so glad. I'm sorry, y'all. I was a little bit late in shipping this week. I had like, I was finishing my taxes and all that stuff, and work was really, really crazy. But Tiana, I don't know if you saw earlier, because I'm pretty sure you probably just jumped in, but I got the massager. I was demoing it earlier and showing, the little massager feet on it. And thank you so much. Thank you so much. I'm really, really excited to use it. And, thank you, girl. PJ Jones says, good afternoon. Just checking in for a minute. Hope all is well. Okay, yes, thank you. Everything is really well. Did you guys do your moisturizing hair mask this week? I know we kind of like got off topic and started talking about everything else, but did you guys do your moisturizing mask? Did you use honey? Did you use something else? How is your hair this week? How's your hair feeling? We finished our challenge. And so, yeah, answer that. And then I'm going to jump right back into the chat here. Yolanda says, well, I've been oiling my scalp almost every day with my scalp massages. And lately I've been feeling small bumps on my scalp. So I don't know if that's dead skin or my scalp crying for help. Oh, Yolanda, sometimes small bumps can mean a number of things. What oil? Maybe you don't need to massage your scalp, I mean, oil your scalp every single day. And maybe there's something in the oil that could be irritating to your scalp as well. How often you're shampooing your hair as well, or cleansing your hair, specifically your scalp, and making sure that you're getting and removing that oils and dirt from that hair follicle. Erica says, in the South, tuna cactus can be bought in the store along with aloe vera. Oh, interesting. See, I mean, I'm up in the East Coast. I have not seen tuna cactus in the store. Maybe it's just where I live at, you know. I probably will have to look on Amazon or something. I'm too late. What is the benefit of cactus on hair? Moisture, moisture, moisture. There's probably other benefits. Like I said, I haven't done enough research on it, but I do know that it's very moisturizing. Oh, I just saw that my camera is. Oh, what's going on here? Am I back? Can you guys hear me? I just saw my camera is circling on YouTube's. You to the tubes. Come on, get it together. Okay. All right, I think I'm back now. I think I'm back. Okay. Nope, I'm from the Bronx, Puerto Rico. Okay, hold on. Let me scroll up. Hold up. Your hair is gorgeous. Thank you for sharing. How often should we oil the scalp? I think that's going to be contingent upon everybody. Everybody has different scalp needs. But I'm somebody who likes to oil my scalp like once or twice a week, especially right before wash day, giving me like a nice pre-poo hot oil treatment for the hair. And then maybe like a day or two after I shampoo my hair, you know, kind of get my scalp. I'll like rehydrate my scalp and then add the oil to it. But scalp massages can be done daily. So yeah. Um, Fabulous Joy. Thank you. This is from some black owned companies actually that I recently just shopped from. Uh Really, really cute jewelry. So thank you, thank you. What's it? 416, 417. I'll link them for you guys if you want to shop black. Okay. I love this little African necklace. These earrings are from another black owned company. You know, I always shop black if I can, okay? Tiana says, yeah, you got the massager. Do you like it? Of course, you're most welcome. Yes, I love it. I mean, I really just opened it literally live for you earlier, but I think came on a little bit late, but I'm really excited. I kind of did a little demo on it and it was really nice. I'm excited. Valencia says, how can I purchase your products? Thank you, Tiana. I saw you linked my products for her. Nice and soft. Hi, Michelle. Glad to got some relax. Yeah, thank you, Sherry. You got to go to the Hispanic store, girl. Hey, girl. Hey, Sheree. I will definitely go to the Hispanic store. There's some right up like 15 minutes away from me, like a whole Hispanic area. I'm gonna go check it out. Yolanda said, I did a protein treatment this week, so I'll definitely try the moisturizing treatment next week. Awesome, awesome. Okay, just got your oil, DC, and strengthening mask. Tried your deep conditioner, and I'm in love. Yay, Chantel, I'm so glad. I'm so glad. Valencia, okay. You're still here. Okay, thank you. We can hear you. Awesome. Okay, it's good. Thank you, thank you. All is well. Sherry says, glad you got some relaxation. Also very happy the shampoo bars and they are bomb with no waste. Yes, awesome. I'm actually, you guys, going to also drop that a few of you guys asked me to, and I don't know if I'm going to drop a ton of them, okay? But the conditioner bars that I made a couple videos, probably like 2 months ago, when I tell you I sent out samples and everybody was like, who got a sample, told me that it was magical for their hair. They're like, I don't know what you put in this, but this is bomb. It's zero waste. I'm not 100% sure how much I'm going to price them. Yeah, I'm going to try to calculate how much it costs to make one of them. I'm going to start small just to see if you guys are into like zero waste conditioner bars. I just had, when I say I had so many raving reviews about them, and they're pretty easy to make and they deliver a lot of moisture. So I'll probably drop these since it's not like anything crazy or hard for me to make. very, very soon. So if you're interested also in zero waste conditioner bars, they will be available soon-ish. um, Cool beans. Where can I find the 8-week challenge page? So it's in the video. So if you go to my YouTube, let me see if I can drop that in the chat, or maybe Tiana, if she's available. If you could drop that 8-week Ayurvedic challenge video into the chat box, that would be really, really helpful. Oh, tuna cactus is prickly pear cactus. Oh, okay. I don't know. I guess maybe I never heard it called as tuna, but I know what prickly pear is. Yes. Um, how much is the scalp massager? I believe this one was $30 or $31. It was very affordable on Amazon. I'm gonna add it to my Amazon store right now, and then I'll like link it for you guys. Let me see. Hi, what's in the moisture bar ingredients? I can list all of that for you. I actually did an entire video on it. So I actually show you how to make it in that video. Give me 1 second while I just link this massager. Trying to remember. This is what happens. Trying to remember my password. Ooh, child, y'all. Oh, and the website. Okay, I got the other girl's website. Okay. Amazon. I'm gonna just do it from my phone because your girl cannot figure out her password. Let me see. Oh, Nicole Banks says, "Hey Michelle, thanks again. The deep conditioner and twist cream is phenomenal." You're welcome. You're so welcome. What's in them? Okay. Oh, I have to try them. Yeah, they're really, really moisturizing and conditioning. And they're zero waste. So the water phase is just the water that you're going to use from the shower on your hair. And yeah, very, very, very moisturizing. Everyone I sent it to was like shocked and was like, "Oh, girl." Okay, I see you have. Thanks for the link, Tiana. You're always on top of it, girl. I appreciate you. Okay. I also added. Okay, let me see if I missed anything else. Also add the pH strips to your Amazon account. I don't like the ones that I received. Okay, I'll definitely add them. Damaris says, love, love, love your lavender shea whipped hair butter. It's doing wonders in my hair. Yay! I'm so glad. I'm so glad. Valencia says, is a strengthening conditioner the same as a protein conditioner? So in this case, my protein conditioner and strengthening conditioner are the same, but you want to look for when you purchase a strengthening hair conditioner, if you want to know if it has protein or not, you need to read the ingredients, and you're looking for anything that says like hydrolyzed protein on it. Okay, so unless it says hydrolyzed protein, then it's not doesn't contain protein. So it all depends on the ingredients. Valencia. Naturally on a budget says, do you find that the Ayurvedic treatments keep gray hairs away? Yes and no. It depends on what type of herbs you're using in your Ayurvedic treatments. Some Ayurvedic treatments really help to prevent premature graying or slow down the premature graying process. So in that case, yes, they can. But I mean, I have gray I have gray hairs. It's very interesting though because my family all grayed early. I'm talking about like my sister started when she was like 15, 14, 15. My brother when he was like 16. Everyone and I literally have not had a gray hair until last year. I think it was last year. And it just started. Like I have like three, they're started right on my temples. I have like three on each side. And they're in like the baby hairs, so they're just like extra wiry. Um so it could definitely slow down the process for some people. And again, it's what herbs you're using. Like almond powder is great for slowing down aging. So is Jadasmanzi powder, JATAMASNI. I'm gonna type type that in the chat. um, I have a video about Jadasmanzi for slowing down gray hair. So if you use those herbs like consistently in your regimen, it can definitely help to slow down the graying process. Okay. Tina says, same here at gray hair. It runs in my family, but I only have a few since my early 20s. Yeah. I'm in my mid 30s, so I feel like I lasted pretty long without any gray hairs, but eventually they're going to come. I will say it is the part of process of aging, and it's pretty natural. I will say this is very interesting though. Like some people, hereditary will get it early, and some people hereditary will get it really, really late. Like I know some people in their 50s who don't have gray hairs, which is fascinating. And I'll say this, I don't think that they're using some type of Ayurvedic treatment. A lot of that is due to hereditary. Diane says, I've learned to embrace my gray. Yeah, my mom actually, I think this year or last year, she just decided that she wasn't going to keep dyeing her gray hair over and over again. And so she's kind of like embracing the gray, which is kind of another reason why I'm, you know, dropping my gray hairline, or sending out samples to those who have gray hairs, because there's a lot of people who are trying to embrace it, and it's such a different texture. It's wiry. It's actually my gray hair is actually coarse, which will be very interesting, because I didn't think that I have really fine strands, so all of a sudden to have like coarser gray strands is very interesting to deal with. So yeah. Hi, NowIamNappy. You do have a before and after with the results of the challenge. Or will there be a results of the challenge? You do have Renessa? I'm sorry if I'm mispronouncing your name. I guess I can do a before and after. I didn't really do one with this one because this challenge wasn't just about hair growth. This was about hair health. So it was about like improving your hair. It was about moisture retention, strength retention, length retention. It was a combination of everything. So you know what? I mean, maybe I'll just go ahead and make that this week's video, a video about that, and talk about that if you like, if you want to end results to this. I mean, I kind of talked a little bit about it in the last video, but I can do a video completely dedicated to like showing you like my hair at the beginning of the challenge versus my hair at the end of the challenge, because I didn't want to focus this just on hair growth, because this challenge was a lot more than just hair growth. This challenge was about also for people like first experiencing Ayurveda, how to introduce it into your hair, into your regimen in different ways. I'm talking about like oil treatments, clay treatments, and all of that as a whole process. Sometimes we get stuck on just hair growth, but I like for people to think of it as like a whole approach, a whole holistic approach. And so it wasn't just about like length retention, but I can talk a little bit about that. I can definitely do a results video, if you like. Let's see what you're saying. My hair is coarse too, and I have a hard time keeping it from breaking. Yeah. Help mine needs it too. My white hair is real. Yeah. I feel like there's a big population of those who have gray hair who are literally saying the same exact thing. It's coarse, it's wiry, it's breaking. It's really difficult to deal with. So, I'm definitely looking out for y'all. Renessa says, I'm interested in health too. I would like you to describe everything you noticed in the challenge, not just length, but health, thickness, shedding, etc., and moisture retention. Okay, sure. I don't mind talking about that. I mean, we did weekly videos and weekly things about it, so I'll just kind of like do a compilation of everything that you saw throughout the weeks and everything. So I can do that. Maybe I'll do that. Well, obviously it'll have to be for today, so I'll do that for this week. Also give me a chance to just kind of do my hair in the shower. I haven't done my hair in the shower in a couple of weeks, y'all. In a couple months, probably, because I'm always filming everything, and I really, I've tried filming in the shower. It just doesn't seem to work out for me. I don't know. It's really difficult for me to film in the shower. So I try to, as you guys see, I always take everything out of the shower. So it's kind of nice to just film back in the shower. I mean, to just shampoo my hair in the shower and cleanse my hair in the shower and deep condition. So I will do that challenge for you and talk all about that this week. Tiana says, I look at gray hairs as a blessing, especially since so many people that I knew didn't live long enough to get gray hair. Oh, that's wonderful. I mean, wonderful that you look at it as a blessing. And yes, I agree that some people didn't live long enough for it. And I was at first thinking like, oh my God, I'm going to dye my hair. I'm going to, you know, color it or whatever to hide the grays. And now I'm just like, I'm using Ayurvedic herbs and like the henna does naturally color it. So I'm just going to probably go that route until, I don't know, maybe one day I'll stop. We'll see. I love that your products and tips focus on hair health. Yeah, thank you. Thank you. That's really important for me because, like I said, I think a lot of times we get so focused on length, but if your hair is healthy, you're going to have the hair growth, right? And there's so much more to just length. And people are having so many more issues like scalp issues and all this other things. So I try to like have a real holistic and overall approach for hair care. Damaris says, nice talking to you and to everyone in the chat. I must go now. I have to go back to my break. Have a blessed rest of the afternoon. Okay, Damaris, thank you, dear. Have a good one. Thanks for coming on. Sandy says some people have no hair. Yeah, you're right. Some people have no hair, and that's real. I dyed my hair with henna. I stopped box dye 12/20/19. Awesome. Yeah, henna is a great way. And also if you like the jet black color, you can do the henna and indigo treatment, which is really, really great. Sometimes I like that jet black hair in like the winter time. So I'll go really dark. But I also love the red tint that my hair has from the henna. So yeah. Okay, so I feel like we're at like a lull section. So this is the perfect time to pick my giveaway winners, right? Okay. So just an FYI, if anyone doesn't know what I'm talking about, and I'm sure everyone does, but I'm picking the giveaway winners. If you commented in the last video that I did for week 8 of our Ayurvedic challenge, definitely go comment now. You have a minute or two, and I will be picking winners right now. But I'm going to start first with the Instagram one, and then I'm going to move on to YouTube. Okay. Hi, Dara. How are you, dear? As I was just saying, I'm picking winners for this week's challenge. Oh, Vanessa said cassia, not henna for white hair. Is that correct? I'm ready to learn. Yes. Yes. All right, let's see here. Oh, let me just block this person real quick. Okay. Okay, sorry y'all. Chat was a little crazy. Nicole said, yeah, I sent you a pic on IG too. Yes, thank you. I did get your picture. All right. Okay. Let me make sure I have everybody from the... Oh, okay, there we go. There we go. I don't know why the hashtag wasn't showing up for a second. I was like, what's going on? So the winner is Shante Kumira, Cumira, from Instagram. So congrats to her. I don't know if she's on this live, but I'll message her on Instagram and let her know she won and this week I was giving away the whole entire package. Now I'm going to go to my YouTube video and put that into the YouTube comment picker. So congrats to her. YouTube comment picker. So I hope you guys commented on that video. Copy link. Filter duplicate. Get YouTube comments. All right, all right, all right. Oh my goodness. It's Shelby Rogers. She won the giveaway for Now I Am Nappy for the entire for the 8-week challenge, and that is including the entire line. So congratulations, Shelby Rogers. And I will say this, you guys, stay tuned very soon, because if you've noticed on my page, my YouTube page, I'm coming up on another special number, and I'm almost at 30,000. So once I reach 30,000 subscribers, so tell your friends to subscribe. I'm going to be doing another giveaway. So for the 30,000, I'll probably do all of my products again. So yeah. Okay. Thank you, ladies. Everyone hit the like button. Thank you for the tip about steaming and keeping my strands moisturized when I had protein overload. I also use products that were protein free. This really helped to prevent breakage. Awesome, sis. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Let's see here. Congrats, Michelle. Cheers to many more subscribers. Thank you. Thank you. I can't believe it. I'm really excited. I hope I get to 30,000 very, very soon. So then we can, do another giveaway. Tessa says, watching here from Belize. Oh, thank you, Belize. Thank you from Belize. Love your channel. Awesome, awesome. So if you guys have any questions, feel free to leave it in the chat. We were talking a lot about moisture this week. Again, we focused on using honey and moisturizing herbs. And so I hope you guys tried the treatment. If you guys didn't have all of the herbs, that was fine to substitute the ones that, or use just the ones that you had. If you didn't necessarily care for honey, you could have used like coconut milk. You could have used Greek yogurt, other things. So I hope your guys' hair feels absolutely amazing. That was like really important for me to like finish the challenge with something completely moisturizing for you. And yeah, let's see here. Have you ever used Cahoon oil? I have not used that. I don't think I know what that particular oil is. Is that local to Brazil? Now here I go Googling right now. Cahoon oil. Oh, it's from the Cahoon palm tree. Oh, I've never heard of that. I've never heard of that. Is it like palm oil, or it's completely different? Let me see. Michelle, have you ever tried Manuka honey? I forget the number. It's different numbers for the Manuka honey, but it's amazing. Yes. So I actually had Manuka honey. It was a little while ago, but I just couldn't put it on my hair because, first of all, it's really, really expensive, and I end up taking like using it in like part of a tea or taking a tablespoon in the morning, and it was phenomenal. But I'm sure it's also really great in the hair. But I opted to actually just consume it. Also really love honey in general, but I'm sure it has pretty bomb benefits on the hair too. Uh, yeah, she said yes, it's very, very expensive. It is. It really is. But it can be worth it. Do you use it, Tiana? Do you use it on your hair, or do you just use it, um, just take it internally? Oh, Tessa says, yes, it is palm. Yeah. Okay, is that the same as coconut oil? Okay, so it's like palm oil. So I've used palm. I'll say this. I have not used palm oil because it's not really ethically sourced in the U.S. Um, I've not tried Cahoon oil. I wonder if there's a way to ethically source it in the United States, and I would definitely try it. I would definitely love to try it. Tiana says, me and my mom both take a tablespoon in the morning. I haven't tried it on my hair yet, but I want to. Yeah. I feel like if I mean I don't mind trying different things on my hair, obviously, but that's expensive. You know what I mean? Somebody also asked me why don't sorry, and I just jumped topics like that, but why I don't use avocado? Like why don't I make avocado mask? I'm actually allergic to avocado, but if you guys like to use avocado or you see other recipes that include avocado, feel free to use it. If you find that really moisturizing for your hair, use it. Blended, but also don't forget to strain it because I heard some people say it can leave little particles in your hair if you don't strain it properly. But I just thought I would mention that out there or throw that out there because sometimes I'll give like different options for people and I always tend to forget about avocado and there's nothing wrong with avocado. I'm just allergic to it, so I don't use it. That's all. Let's see here. All right, you guys, does anyone have any more questions or anything? You can ask me anything about like moisturized hair. You can ask me about herbs. You can ask me about my business, whatever. I do want to give you an update with my business. I got all of the sale orders and then some out last week. Um, I'll be dropping some new products very, very soon with the hibiscus line. I'm still waiting on one ingredient. So once that comes in bulk, I'll start that and I'll let you guys know. There will probably be another, when I drop it, I'll probably drop it with a sale so that people can try it out. But yeah, let me see. Tiana says, yes, definitely strain the avocado because it will get stuck in your hair. I'm sorry to hear that you're allergic. Yeah, I say it sucks so bad, Tiana. I'm actually like pretty severely, not severely allergic to it, but like even like putting it on my skin would cause like a flare up. Like sometimes like to eat avocado or guacamole is what I'm trying to say. Sometimes I try to eat guacamole and I have like a chip or two, and then my whole inside will be like, "Don't you dare!" And sometimes I'll like purge it. Or it just causes me to itch really bad inside, and I make all this like weird noises, and I'm like Hitch um, from the movie. So yeah, I really try to stay away from it, even though I absolutely love it, but I also just stay away from it. Check out Flav City about authentic Manuka honey in USA. Oh no, fish and chips. What are you trying to say? Are you going to tell us that it's not real authentic Manuka honey? Diane says try avocado and banana. Great moisturizing mask. I love banana. Actually, I started doing the when I used to use banana like often, I would use baby food banana. It was blended perfectly well. NutriBullet works wonders and then strain it too. Yummy and creamy. Yes. Use nylon stocking to sift. Wonderful. Marvelous Me says vinegar on your hair can prevent dandruff. Um, I'm not sure that vinegar can prevent dandruff on your hair. You want to look for things that are anti-fungus, like antimicrobial, no fungicidal stuff on your hair, antifungal. I don't know why that word escaped me. Those type of things you want to look for. Vinegar is really just has a low pH and helps to close the cuticle. So if you're looking for something that helps prevent dandruff, you want to look for like neem, tulsi powder, even fenugreek powder is great for helping to prevent dandruff. Tessa says, LOL, okay, they have said the oil is moisturizing. The oil's properties, similar to those of coconut, have given it increasing importance. Tessa, I believe that it is probably really, really moisturizing. I've heard great things about palm oil. I'm just always worried about it being ethically sourced in the U.S. Probably in Brazil, it's probably fine, but I really don't know about the U.S. Tiana says, oh no, Michelle, I know the noises that you're talking about, I think. Or you itch your throat with your tongue? Yes, Tiana. That's exactly the noise that I'm talking about. She said, I do that too, yeah. So y'all don't want me to eat avocado and literally, yeah. Let's see. Love your channel and products. Thank you, Natalie. I'm also allergic to avocado. Do you have any thoughts on remedies for constantly breaking ends? Now, if your ends are constantly breaking, you probably need some more strengthening treatments to your hair and focus them like on the ends. And I'm talking about like real protein treatments. Um, oh, sorry, I said sorry, Tessa. I was reading and talking. Sorry, Brazil, not Belize. You're correct. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Um, so yeah, so definitely like have like protein treatments and focus them a lot on your ends. And then make sure you're moisturizing and sealing your ends specifically. You might need something heavier like an oil, or maybe I was thinking like castor oil, maybe you need like a butter on your ends. You want to remember our ends are like the oldest part of our hair. And so if we're not gentle with it, they don't get enough protein, they don't get enough moisture, they break off so quickly. And another thing you want to also consider is trimming your hair. I don't know what your trim schedule is, but yeah, it sounds like, I mean, I always think when I think about breakage, your ends are, again, the oldest part of your hair. So they need extra care and extra attention. And that doesn't mean like if the rest of your hair doesn't need heavier products, but maybe your ends do, then focus that, time and attention on your ends and make sure you get a trim, frequently, not overly excessive. Don't be like me. But, really try to get some moisture on there. The different types of cinnamon help because I use the supermarket. Whoa, 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 whoa. Okay, let me scroll. The different types of cinnamon help because I use the supermarket bottles, but to find the best one could help me. Vanessa, I'm not sure what you're talking about. Vanessa Renee, could you just clarify what you mean? Nicole Banks says, "Have you tried to formulate any new hair gel?" Yes, I actually have a hair gel that I'm working on that will be released in the hibiscus line. Mm-hmm. Fish and chips, Tiana. Just put Flava City honey in YouTube. Flava City? I don't know what I pronounce. I'm only saying this so everyone buys the best ingredients for your hair and nothing else. Okay. All right, fish and chips and Tiana, I'm going to be looking up Manuka honey and I'm going to be looking up Flava City honey as well. Tea tree oil is the best in the shampoo, correct? Tea tree oil is great in a shampoo. It also can be used in an oil for the scalp. You use it in a carrier oil to like a few drops in the carrier oil and then use that on your scalp. Tanya says, I have curly coils and it's hard to keep my ends moisturized. So is it okay for me to do a cold wash every few days or is it a bad thing? A cold wash is like with cold water? Are you just running water on it? Are you using conditioner? Or are you using just the water from the shower, Tanya? There's nothing wrong with wetting your hair midweek to bring back moisture to your hair. It's actually good. I always say like to people, some people re-moisturize their hair throughout the week, and always the base of it should always be water first. So I think that's completely fine. And just make sure though, after you wet your hair, you do apply some products to help you lock in that moisture, okay? Um, how can I tame my frizzy curls? So frizzy curls can come from a number of reasons. It could be lack of moisture. It can be lack of not enough protein in the hair strands. Also, it could be from the products used. So I would definitely look at your hair regimen as a whole. How often are you deep conditioning and using protein treatments in your hair to help get some moisture and protein balance? That can help lay your cuticles down. But also, I mean, depends on everyone's hair is a little bit different. I would say that like my hair tends to be frizzy no matter what I do to it. But you can also use products that contain gels that can help to tame that frizz down if you're really worried about it. Do you have like actually like looser or larger curls, or you have like type 4 hair that's a little bit kinkier? Kim Henson says, I have tried complex humectants and it doesn't work. My hair is still dry. What should I do? My hair will be dry by the next day. So are you using are you using a leave-in, a cream, and then sealing with some type of butter or oil? Using the humectants can be fine, but if you're leaving, depends on where you live at as well, but you still need something to kind of like lock in that moisture after you use humectants. Like And it's not for everybody, but your hair sounds like it might need a little bit more than just the humectants. And when you say complex humectants, what do you mean by that? Speak to the dermatologist. Mine helps me with mine. Thank God I learned. And I do what Nappy is saying too. Okay. Vanessa, I heard Cassia is good. It's at Walmart. Yeah, but Cassia is great for the hair. And it's great if you have gray strands and you don't want them to be colored from the henna. You can alternatively use cassia. Uh, Natalie says, "Yeah, I'm not the best with trims. Yeah, trimming is really really important. Someone asked me to do a trim video, and I really going to work on doing that the next time I trim my hair because I did trim my hair the other day. Um, I was due for my trim, but next trim cycle, and I'm going to try to not trim in between because y'all know I have an addiction with the scissors. The scissors are always near me somewhere. So I'm gonna try to hold off for that, and I'll actually film a video how I do my trims. I trim probably more frequently than I need to, but um, that's just a habit I have. It's just something that I do. But I highly recommend you get on a schedule of every about 3 to 4 months to trim your hair, to look at your ends. Be specific. Look at your ends. Look at your hair. Do you see split ends? Do you see weathering, tapered ends going down? It's really important to kind of like stop the damage before it travels up. So definitely, make sure you have a really, really good regimen with trimming. Fish and Chip says, any tips for very bushy ends all of a sudden without no change in routine? Bushy ends? Are they rough and bushy? Are they like sometimes are they like single strand knots that are on those ends that are making it feel like a little bit bushy, or are they actual like the texture is like a little bit different? Anytime I'll say like there's a sudden like texture change and you're saying that you didn't use anything like different, it might be time for a trim, but also you might need maybe a little bit heavier products on the ends of your hair to help lay down that cuticle. Sounds like the cuticle could be disturbed, either raised or something. I'm not 100% sure. But I would probably focus like a deep conditioning treatment on my hair with heat or with steam, and then see how your ends feel. Like evaluate your ends, people. Like try to really focus on looking at your hair to see how it's doing. Look at those ends. Are they, and when you run your finger down it, is it rough at the ends? It could be that the cuticle is lifted and raised, and so you maybe need something to help lay down that cuticle, or the hair is just weathered and it's time for a trim. You're welcome, Natalie. Diane says, what are your thoughts on 30 days no oil or butter challenge? I was wondering when this was going to come up. We kind of talk about I've heard it mentioned before, but my thoughts on the no oils and no butter challenge is, if it works for you, by all means use it. But there's nothing wrong with using oils and butters in your regimen. It's all about how you're using them. If you've been using them improperly, like you just been using them on dry strands, right? Your hair's dry and then you slap on butter, that's not going to moisturize your hair. So some people's hair is dehydrated because they have been using products incorrectly. So I think for those people who have been using products incorrectly, they can have some benefit from not using them on their hair and then using hydrating ingredients and hydrating products. I'm someone who's always going to use butters and oils. I've done the whole, this is like this trend that comes around every so often. And this is just a cycle and what we're back into. It's a version of the curly girl method. It works for some people and it doesn't work for other people. So I say this, if your hair is suffering from dryness, severe dryness, and I have always said this before, you really need to look at your regimen and don't just slap on. And as you can look through my entire videos and pages, I've always been an advocate of adding water to your hair, of using water-based leave-ins and moisturizers that contain water as a first ingredient in your hair. So, and all of my products that I sell are heavily humectant based. They also contain oils and butters. I also choose oils and butters that penetrate the hair strand and stuff. So it's like, to say a no oil or no butter challenge is really like, okay, yes, there can be some benefit to it, but also to villainize, I should say, every oil and every butter. I just think that is also a form of misinformation, and it might not work for everybody. There are oils that can actually penetrate the hair strand. There are oils that are sealing. So I think it's important to know to know your hair. And that's why I feel like my whole page and everything is about like hair education. So to just tell people, oh, no oils and no butters is not enough for them to really understand like why this technique is working, like why people should be using hydrating products. Because people should be using hydrating products all the time, not just on a 30-day challenge. So um I would never tell people don't use oils or butters, but I'm also going to tell you do what's best for you, what works best for you. How do you keep hair moisturized in the summer? In the summer, because my hair poofs up whenever I let it down. So in the summer, I will say, I don't know where you are at, but a lot of places in the summer are very humid. So you can usually take advantage of that humidity by using for some people, lighter products that contain some form of like gel in it, and then use it as you want to look for. I'm sorry, I'm like jumping around in my head. Look for film forming humectants. So maybe you want to avoid glycerin because it can cause a lot of frizzing, but you want to look for products that contain maybe panthenol, and they can have glycerin, but maybe glycerin's a little bit lower on the end if you're experiencing extreme frizz. But like panthenol is a film forming humectant. So you can also look for like aloe, slippery elm, and anything that kind of like coats the hair strand to really help to, define the curls and that. So I would always use some type of water-based leave-in first, and then put on some like gel or gel-based product if your hair is like frizzing or poofing up. Oh, Tanya, you said co-wash. I'm sorry, girl, because I know I done talked 1,000 other things in here. There's nothing wrong with co-washing your hair midweek. As long as you have a good shampoo regimen and you're cleansing your hair afterwards on a schedule, there's nothing wrong with co-washing, okay? I'm not an advocate, and I'll say this, I'm not an advocate of strictly co-washing, but I'm an advocate of co-washing, number one, with a co-wash that does contain cleansers, especially if you're doing it midweek, or even if you use conditioner like midweek one time to just get some moisture back in your hair, that's fine, as long as you have a good shampoo regimen after that, okay? Nora says, hey girl, amazing tips as usual. My hair sheds whenever I put oil on it. Any thoughts as to why? So Nora, what oil are you actually putting on your hair? That's the thing. Your hair could be allergic to that particular oil. And if it's any type of oil, your hair just might not like oil, or your scalp may just not like oils at all. And so for you, I would just avoid it. If something's not working for you and it's causing your hair to shed, stop. And that's fine. Everything's not going to work for everybody. It may be your hair doesn't like particular oils. It may be what's in the oil that your hair might not, or be allergic to. I know some people who prefer like tea rinses on their scalp, using like a fenugreek tea or an aloe, hibiscus tea, whatever, mixture that they like, and they use that on their scalp, and they find it to be very hydrating for their hair, and it works way better for them than oils. Uh, Thank you, Tiana. I just saw your response. Have you ever infused herbs in pumpkin seed oil, or do you just add it to the oils? I usually add it to the oil. So I'm gonna let you guys in on a little secret, okay? So be it. I'm sorry if I'm mispronouncing your name. I always infuse my oils and herbs in a carrier oil that has a long shelf life, okay? And I do this because if I decide to infuse an oil for 6 months, right? But the shelf life of the oil that I'm infusing it in, like pumpkin seed oil, only has a shelf life of 3 to 6 months. That oil is rancid by the time I'm done infusing the oils. So, like extra virgin olive oil has a long shelf life. Coconut oil has a long shelf life. Those particular oils I like to infuse in. There's other oils that have longer shelf life, from like a year and a half. And so those are particular oils you really want to, infuse your herbs and stuff into. Now, if you're someone and you're only making the batch for yourself and you know you're going to use up the oil within 3 months, sure, by all means. Because then remember, after you infuse the oil, then you're going to use that oil for an extended period of time. So I always try to say, pick oils that you're going to infuse with a long shelf life, and then you can add to it once you like decant the oil from it from the herbs. Then add in whatever type of other oils you want, your pumpkin seed, maybe some argan oil, or whatever other oils you want to add to it. Add your essential oils after that as well, and then use that. Because again, you don't have to worry about um, the infusing process shelf life of the oils. I hope that makes sense. Tim, have you tried clarifying washing your hair with Restyle clay to get rid of buildup? That's a really good option too, Erica. Brown and TT, hey Eric, hey girl. She said, hey everyone. Tim Henson said, fresh aloe. What were we talking about? I forget. Oh, you're just using fresh aloe on your hair and that's it, Tim? You definitely need a whole routine. So use a water-based leave-in, okay, first and foremost. It could be water and aloe, but aloe is not humectant enough to last for a long period of time. You can use water and aloe, maybe add a little bit of glycerin, or you can add a little bit of honey to that into a spray bottle and then add in some type of cream-based leave-in. Um, it could be a number of things. Cream-based. I have like a twist cream. You can use any type of moisturizer that is also water-based, and see how your hair feels. You might not need an oil or butter after that, but that should help you to retain moisture a little bit longer than just using that on your hair. Shauna says, hi, my hair has no stretch elasticity, especially when wet. Would your strengthening mask help with that? I've never done a protein treatment, but I use Ayurvedic herbs. Oh yeah, girl, Shauna, you definitely need a protein treatment. I would say my strengthening mask will help, but if I were you at this point, I would actually do a hardcore protein treatment, which I would say like Real Beauty has a protein treatment, a strong protein treatment. If you don't have no stretching to your hair, yes, my mask, I feel like my mask will help, but when I'm at that point, I need pure protein. I need strength. So I wouldn't play around. I would get you a full protein treatment. And then I recommend, and I said this to someone else also on my Instagram story the other day. They were asking me, I use Ayurvedic herbs. Do I need to still do protein treatments? And I try to stress the importance. Yes, 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 yes. So after you do that, then I highly recommend you maintain with like my strengthening hair mask because that has like moisture and protein. And right now, I think you really just need protein. So Apogee also does have a two-step protein treatment. Green Beauty has a protein treatment. Yeah. And get yourself on a good schedule with that. And I think once you get a good schedule, then you can use strengthening treatments periodically and not have to do hardcore protein treatments. Unknown user says, we don't have any protein treatments at my drugstores in my country. Can I make one at home? Yes, if you can source the hydrolyzed proteins from a company, where are you located, unknown user? I'm only asking you, like, you don't have to give me like specifics. Are you in Africa? Are you in Europe? Are you somewhere that you can source something online and get it shipped to you? Because hydrolyzed proteins are the only proteins that are really gonna work. So you can't DIY. Like people say, like, oh, I'm gonna use the egg and mayo treatment as a protein treatment. That's not gonna really penetrate your hair strands. So you need something that has hydrolyzed proteins in it, and then yes, you can make your own at home. Adora says, hi, I live in a country that has extremely hot water and a filter is not affordable in this country. I hear everyone say water, 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 but this water literally ruins my 4C hair. Any advice? If you can't find water, hard water, if you have hard water, I recommend using bottled water. So if you can get yourself some distilled water or even spring water, like in the plastic containers. I hate to say plastic containers, but in this case, you do need water, but you're right. Hard water can be just as damaging for your hair, not more damaging for your hair. So definitely find distilled water or spring water if you can in the containers. Dara says, Michelle, I used the Amla Glass bar on my hair last week. My hair is fine, but thick, type 4 hair, collarbone length when stretch. How much should I use? I use the whole bar. Oh, you can use the whole bar, Dara. If your hair is really thick, that's probably enough for your hair. If you felt like there was like a lot left over, then next time just maybe try cutting the bar in half or three quarters of it. But what you call it? That's fine. That's fine. So my hair is fine. So I can get away with using more, using less. It depends on. So I think everyone has to like look at their hair. Did you feel like it was a lot? I'm Dara. I'm unsure. Vanessa says dandruff, dry skin. Scroll down too far. Okay, dandruff, dry scalp that itches like I need a dandruff shampoo badly. Selenium sulfide, Selsun blue, a derm suggested for my scalp when it's really bad. So the tea tree helps me. Yeah, tea tree is really great for those who are suffering from that. Also, neem and tulsi powder are really great for those suffering from dandruff as well. Z Baby says, Peach, should conditioner be 4 to 4.5 to close cuticles? If you close your cuticles with cold aloe vera juice, pH of 4.5, and then use a twisted cream with a pH of 5.5 to 6, does it reopen cuticles? So if you use it a little bit higher, it's not going to like reopen your cuticles enough. That's still very acidic. Um, it like it's not going to open it enough at all. And if it does, you're just being able to receive the twisting cream. You're just able to receive the moisture that you need to lock in that cuticle, to lock it in. Because you realize when you have a really like low pH and your cuticles are so closed so tightly, it really helps. It really prevents moisture from really going in. So you at that point you want to make sure that if whatever you have at that point is your hair is fully moisturized. So if you're using something that has a little bit higher pH, it's not enough to like raise it up like you're shampooing your hair, but you also want to be able to get that moisture into there again. And I highly recommend if you have high porosity hair, after you use that twist cream or that butter, spray your hair with the aloe again and seal it, and then it will seal that moisture in. It will kind of like close that cuticle and lock it completely in. Tim, then the next week, try using herbal shampoo that is gentle and does not strip all the oil from your hair. I sprayed water, leave-in spray, and fresh aloe plant and TGIN daily moisturizer, sealed with shea butter and hair grease. Why was it still dry? Well, okay. First of all, Tim, that is a lot of products too. Let me see. What was your water, leave-in spray? Was it just water and aloe? Your hair might not like aloe, and I'm gonna say this, but your hair might not like aloe. And your hair may not need the grease as well. Grease can be really drying, and grease can also prevent your hair from being re-moisturized. So Tim, I'm going to recommend you to try this. Water, glycerin, in a spray bottle as your leave-in, okay? Then you can use your TGIN Daily Moisturizer. I don't know what's in there, TGIN Daily Moisturizer. Let me see real quick. TGIN Daily Moisturizer. I just want to see if it has silicones in it, and this is what I'm worried about as I'm speaking. Is it a buttercream? TGIN Buttercream Daily Moisturizer? Silicones. Silicones. This you're using silicones and grease. So I'm gonna recommend, Tim, number one, you need to cleanse your hair with a strong shampoo, probably a clarifier. Okay. So let me tell you a little bit about silicones. Silicones coat the hair strand and don't really allow moisture to come in or exit the hair. So anything you keep applying to it afterward is having zero effect on your hair. Also, the same thing with hair grease. Hair grease usually has mineral oil on it, which then prevents moisture from going back in your hair. So once your hair was moisturized at one time, you can't re-moisturize your hair again until you shampoo your hair. Silicones do the same exact thing. So what I recommend that you do is actually get a new daily leave-in moisturizer, one that does not contain silicones. I recommend you use that water and glycerin in your hair first. Find you a good moisturizing cream. My twist cream is very, very moisturizing. No, no silicones in it. It's fine if you don't want to buy mine, but you can look for one that doesn't have anything that ends in cone, CONE, in it. Anything that says that has a silicone in it, and it makes it really, really complicated to re-moisturize your hair. So shampoo your hair first. Get your clarifying shampoo. Deep condition your hair afterwards. Put your leave-in with either water and glycerin. You could use aloe. It sounds like aloe is not the problem here. Sounds like it's probably the moisturizer and probably the grease. You have two things that are completely blocking moisture out of your hair. So you will not be able to re-moisturize your hair again until you shampoo again. So yes, find yourself a good moisturizer and then leave your hair alone, see how it does. If you find your hair still drying out, then you can add in a little bit of shea butter, okay? It's part of your LCO process or LCB process, but that's it. No grease needed, okay? So it says, I live in the desert and the only humectant that works for me is honey. Yeah, honey is a really great humectant. What were we talking? Were we talking about something else earlier? So be it. I forgot what we were talking about. I'm sorry. Use spring water from the store. Purified water. Tap water is harsh. Yeah. Thank you, Tiana. Hey, mommy. Hi, Chris. Hi, y'all. Just popping in for a moment. I love some Ambunu gel made with aloe juice or distilled water is my favorite way to moisturize and still my fine ends. Oh, that's really good. Tanya says, when my ends are dry and feel rough, I have to put a oil on my ends to smooth them down. I have high porosity hair. Okay. Okay. Nora says, can I exclusively use Restful Clay on every wash day, or should I skip using Restful Clay on some wash days and instead use shampoo on those wash days? Shampoo causes my hair to mat and tangle. Okay, so Nora, you can use Restful Clay for the most part, but you're still gonna need to shampoo your hair occasionally, okay? I would say I would do two Restful Clay cleanses to every one shampoo. And maybe you can get away with 3, but I don't know. I don't know how your hair is doing. If shampoo is drying your hair, number 1, you probably need a less stripping shampoo. Number 2, pre-poo your hair. Okay, so find you some moisturizing ingredients. You can try coconut oil. You can try a whole mass treatment like we did this past week in my thing with honey. Infuse that in your hair, that get more moisture in your hair before you shampoo, and really focus that mainly on your scalp and let it just run to the ends of your hair. But it sounds like you also need a less harsh shampoo, okay? Maybe something sulfate free. And then again, I also recommend you put your hair into twists when you shampoo your hair. Generally, I like to do that with my hair. I know sometimes you guys might see me shampoo with it out, but if you have severe matting, you need to make sure when you pre-poo that you're detangling your hair first. Put your hair into like, I don't know, 10 twists, and then focus that shampoo mainly on the roots and the scalp of your hair, and then rinse it out and let the shampoo go down the ends of your hair, Nora. Take the weave off, babe, and let it all hang. Chris, this is not a weave. This is my hair. I agree, Michelle. Also, some people don't clarify enough to give themselves a clean slate. And yes, it's definitely a trim with no oils and butters. Yes. Shelby, you won the entire line. Yeah, congrats again. Oh, yeah, Shelby, are you in here? Yes, Shelby. Let's see. Z baby, I'm in Inland Empire of Southern California, basically the desert. We had 100, 115 the entire summer. Should I use humectants? You can definitely use humectants. Do you guys have, is there anywhere water near you? I'm just curious because some people humectants still work well, even if it's depends on the dew point. Depends on if there's a little bit of moisture in the air. So Z baby, what I recommend doing is using film forming humectants. Um, what's the name reminded me about Ambunu. I don't know why I keep forgetting. Ambunu's great as a humectant too. Ambunu, you might want to try honey and products that contain panthenol. Um, and then you can use that like a leave-in spray. You can apply it to your hair almost like as a gel and see how your hair responds to that. I'm thinking like you probably will do well with like a leave-in base and then a gel on top, and a gel that maybe does contain some humectant so your hair stays moisturized. Does that make sense? It is really interesting that you say that because I'm actually from El Paso, Texas. I'm not even from the other part of Texas. I'm from the dry desert part. And it's so hard because like I wasn't natural when I was back home, but the biggest thing my mom, we always talked about was how dry our hair was. But I didn't know about humectants back then. Um, but I know that my mom uses my entire line. So she says that's really, really moisturizing for her hair, and they are humectant based. They do have the honey, glycerin, and panthenol, and all of them. Again, like I said, I think you might do well also by using that leave-in and then adding some type of like um, humectant based products like slippery elm and bunu, marshmallow root. Anything can form like a gel for your hair. Flaxseed gel. Shelby says, yesterday I tried your mask from this week's Tip Tuesday using cassia instead of rose and aloe juice instead of rose water. My hair has never looked so shiny with major definition of volume. Yes. I'm so glad, Shelby. I'm so glad. Erica Phillips says, Tim, what shampoo do you use? What is the temperature of your water that you wash your hair? Do you end your rinse with cold water? Shelby says, what? Oh my God, I'm about to cry. I'm so grateful, blown away. Wow, thank you. You're so welcome, dear. Oh boy. Gonna remove this comment here. I'm also in the IE. Erica, whatever is available. Okay. I can't understand why I can't use at least jojoba and vitamin E with a bit of mango butter. I understand they don't want to no greasy products, but your scalp needs it and the ends require it too. Yeah, Vanessa, this is why I always say for people to do what's best for them and not to get caught on every single trend, whatever happens. Um, Stick with what's working for you. If oils and butters work for you, stick with it. Shelby says aloe gel and ambunu gel are the bomb, followed by castor or another sealing oil. Keeps my high porosity and sealed and hydrated for days. Yes, through it. Wonderful, wonderful. Thank you, sweet lady. You guys are so sweet. Thank you, Tiana. Um, Hi, Quasia. New stuff here. Well, welcome to my channel, dear. Heck yeah, so much generosity. What an incredible blessing. You're so welcome, Shelby. Tim, you need to be careful because your shampoo may be too stripping of the oils on your strands. Porsche, hi, your DIY Ayurvedic treatments are awesome. Have been using DIY growth oil on my hair that broke off on back of my hair 1 year ago. It started growing back, but I have one small spot that hasn't. Oh, Porsche, just be careful. Not be careful. Just be consistent. Make sure you give yourself a nice little massage. Some areas can take a little bit longer to grow back, so just try to be patient with your hair. Hopefully, we haven't reached that point where it won't come back, but just continue using it. Ayurveda, for some people, it takes a little bit longer than others, but I'm glad that it's working. What is working for you. Sorry, touch my lens and make sure I'm in focus. Am I? Okay. Okay. Okay, no, Nicole Banks, that was me using products incorrectly. I'm finally getting a feel for what my hair likes and needs. Yeah, it's a wonderful feeling too. I mean, I feel like so many people are just doing and using everything, and they don't know why, and they don't know what works for them. But once you figure that out, it's an amazing thing. My lab results from primary came back. What should I do? Keep doing growth oil treatments? Yeah, I would definitely keep doing the growth oil treatments. Keep at it. Consistency. Consistency is so key, okay? Thank you. You're welcome. So be it. Nora says, yeah, my scalp hates any kind of oil. It sucks. My hair sheds anytime I put any kind of oil on my scalp. Could you repeat what else I can put on my scalp instead of that is not oil? If you don't want to put oil, I was saying a tea rinse. So I have a ton of tea rinses on my page. You can use things like green tea. Green tea actually is wonderful to help speed up hair growth. You can try fenugreek tea. You literally just get the fenugreek seeds, and I have a video on this. You soak them in water overnight, and then they produce like a mucilage tea, and you can spray that right onto your scalp. You can use I would say almost any of the herbs that there are teas from, hibiscus, I don't know why my brain just went blank, but like literally anything. Chamomile, any of those things that you can make a tea of, you can really use on your scalp. If you're trying to be intentional, like if you're focusing on hair growth, Again, I would highly recommend like green teas and stuff like black tea, really good for speeding up hair growth and stopping hair fall and stopping shedding. There are a lot of benefits to using other things on your hair, even outside of oils. And even better, like if we end up doing the challenge, um, focusing on scalp massages, I will include like tea rinses on it. So you'll get a list of a number of teas that we can do. Regina says, hello, beautiful ladies. Hello, my dear. Z baby, advice for swimming daily. So my advice for swimming daily is get a cap. You need a swim cap, right, for your hair. Um, you want to, and I would leave your hair like braid it down or twist it down, and make sure you use shea butter on top of your hair. Whatever ingredients that you're using, then put shea butter on top of your hair, and then put the swim cap on. And then you're probably going to have to, unfortunately, get yourself a chlorine shampoo and rinse that out of your hair, because chlorine, I'm sure, is going to just dry your hair to no end if you use it repeatedly. But yeah, let me see here. Yeah, I do know shampoo. I do know I do know that shea butter really does help, protect your ends or protect your hair from the pool water. But you still want to make sure you get that out of your hair. Okay. Any type of tea rinse. Yeah. Thank you, Shelby. Just make sure you check the page first. Correct. Yes. Michelle's okay to link. Yes, it's okay to link Green Beauty here. That's fine. That's perfectly fine. Thank you, Tiana. Can coconut milk be used as the protein treatment? Okay, so no, I'll say this. There are proteins in coconut milk, there are proteins in yogurt, but those are not hydrolyzed proteins, so they cannot actually penetrate into the hair shaft. They can form like a little bit of a coating, but as soon as you rinse it off, it gets rinsed away. Your hair might like be left with some conditioning properties from it, because those things do deposit conditioning properties. But if you're looking for a protein treatment, you have to use hydrolyzed proteins. They are the only things that are actually small enough and tiny enough to go into the hair shaft to provide that protein for your hair. Hi, I got the electrical scalp massage you spoke about last week. It works. I love it. Yeah, Robin, I don't know if you saw the beginning of it. I actually got mine here, and I showed it earlier, and I'm really, really excited to use it. I love the little feet. It's so cute. So I am going to use it actually today when I wash my hair. Dara says, thank you, Michelle. No, it was great. I just wanted to make sure I used it correctly. Okay, perfect, perfect. Michelle, that pre-poo is awesome. Yay! I think I saw, like, when I was like looking to pick a winner, I think I saw that you were using it, and I didn't get a chance to like look at your hair yet, because I was on live and I was trying not to be rude, but it looked like your hair was in love. Ooh, that girl, your mask looks good. This is me being nosy. Oh, yes. Oh, so you had almost everything except the glycerin and rose water. Girl, yes. Yes. Okay. um, does low porosity and high porosity need same pH? So I will say this. Those with low porosity don't need a low pH. Like products that contain aloe vera have a very, let me back up before I say that. If you're using fresh aloe vera, it has a really low pH, okay? And it works really great for those who are high porosity hair. It really helps to like lay their cuticles down. Those who have low porosity hair, our cuticles pretty much are closed, and that's part of the reason why our hair is actually low porosity, and also hard for us to get moisture into our hair, which is why steaming and other things work really well. So using something with an extremely low pH, like around 4, 4.3, 5, 4.5, can actually just lock our cuticles in a way that just doesn't provide moisture for our hair strands. So for us, we probably do well with things closer to a pH of 5, okay? And it's a range. Everybody's not exactly the same, but so yeah, so I would say this is why sometimes those who have low porosity hair don't care for fresh aloe, but they actually work well with maybe aloe diluted in water or aloe mixed with other ingredients that has a higher pH than that, like 4 or 4.1 or 4.2. I think that's what aloe vera is. So yes, yes and no. We still need a lower pH to make sure our cuticles are closed and flat, because no matter what, if you're shampooing your hair with something that's on pH of 7, you don't want to leave your cuticles raised and open like that. You still want something like the conditioner to come in and lower that cuticle. And then as you do your LCO process, to make sure your cuticle lays flat and is not raised, because that causes a lot of friction and can cause problems. But those who have high porosity hair, they can seal their ends. And this is why I actually, on my high porosity, low porosity video, I recommend that after you do your LCO process, right, that you still finish with high porosity. You finished that with an aloe spray at the end, because that will lock those cuticles. And I don't recommend that for low porosity hair. But I always say this, just remember though, sometimes we talk about low porosity and high porosity as if you're either this or that, but a lot of people are within a range, right? And I always try to think of it like as on a scale. You have those who are severely low porosity, and you have those who are severely high porosity, and then you have those who are normal porosity. Then you have a range in between there. Okay, so some things might work a little bit better than others, and you may notice, okay, my hair does like this product over this product, and that could be a reason why. And also, you might have different portions of your hair that might be actually a little bit more porous. Like for me, that's the crown of my hair. That's where I've had my breakage. That's where I've had issues. That's where when I don't take my iron, my hair be like, you tried it, girl. So that's my problem area. And that area is actually a little bit more high porosity. So I have to treat that area a little bit different than I do the other portions. So I hope that helps. Adora says, can silicones be removed with a sulfate-free shampoo? So not all silicones are created equally. Some cannot. Most of them cannot. But it depends on what silicones you use. Like dimethicone, no, you need sulfates um, to remove that silicone from your hair. But there are some silicones, which I don't, honestly, when I read through silicone packages, I don't see a lot of people use it. There are a few water-based silicones that you can use, but most people are not using them. So if you like research the silicone that's on your product, if it's a water-based silicone, you can probably use a sulfate-free to remove it from your hair. But if anything that's like dimethicone, dimethicone, I don't know. There's another one like that. Those require sulfates. Brown and TT said, I just used Henna Sooth's co-wash after and I applied a leave-in sealed with an oil. My hair is up in a bun because I had to head out. My hair is so moisturized. Ending with a bang. Yes, Brown and TT. I love it. I love it, girl. Your hair is always bomb. And I'm glad that, my recommendations are working. That's the whole point, right? We all want to have moisturized hair. So that's it. You want to end a challenge with your hair feeling amazing and great. Don't end your challenge with your hair struggling still. I used a water leave-in with glycerin from Dollar Tree. Tim, you probably need a better grade of ingredients. Tim, in that leave-in, is there mineral oil in that particular leave-in from Dollar Tree? Usually when you buy really cheap ingredients, they have really inferior products that don't do your hair any favors. So I highly recommend, I will say I always highly recommend my products all fresh, all natural. But if they're too expensive for you, then that's fine. Go to Walmart and go to like the ethnic aisle area. Take a look at like products like Camille Rose, the Main Choice. I don't always like about other people's products on here, but I always tell people, if you find something that works for you, get what works for you. And if you can afford it, get what works for you that's affordable. But you can also DIY your own stuff. Sometimes buying stuff from the dollar store is just has a lot of inferior products or ingredients that will just make your hair feel like trash constantly. Yep. Vanessa gave you another thing. Spray bottle, water, glycerin, any aloe vera oil, and castor oil, plus essential oil. Yep. Yeah, someone was talking about humectants. Yeah. I guess I'm still here, just a little late. Okay. Um, Gwen the cat. Hi, hello. Aloe vera liquid. Yeah, aloe vera liquid. That's fine. Tiana says, Michelle, can we see Mr. Knight before you go? I love him. Yeah, I'll go bring the camera in the other room. He's actually passed out on the couch. He even come visit me today. It's actually because yesterday we went to my friend's house and there was three other dogs there and they played all day and wore him out. You know, Knight is 6, so he's not used to that much action. And my friend, she has a puppy, and when I say the puppy would not leave Knight alone, he was following him around the entire time, and Knight was exhausted. So he has been on the couch since early this morning. He's snoring so loud. So he's not even in here because he's passed out on the couch like an old man. But I'll get up. I'll bring the camera over so you can see him. Okay, let's see here. Bologna says, how are you doing? Love your puffs. Looking good and skin glowing. Thank you, sis. Thank you. I was saying I was at my friend's house. She had the pool yesterday, so my hair was out and a little bit, a little bit wild. Oh, thank you for the suggestion too, Erica, the rosemary tea. Okay, perfect. I've used your tea rinses and they're great. I've used hibiscus and fenugreek consistently. Yeah, they're wonderful. Are Ayurveda safe to use on babies and toddlers? I would say depends on the age and depends on what you're using. I would not necessarily use a whole mass treatment on a baby or toddler. Um, I would start with either like an oil or like maybe like a tea rinse. You have to remember these herbs are powerful, very powerful. So you want to be, like if you're going to use something, um, what is the word I'm looking for? Start light, start small, start diluted. So okay, so like if you're gonna try tea rinse, I wouldn't recommend even on a baby, but like a toddler, because baby's hair is so soft. They don't really need much. But I would, if you're starting on a toddler, dilute it. Like you can start with things like aloe vera. Start with a light oil. Yeah, I wouldn't do anything. I wouldn't do a hair mask completely yet. I would let them get a little bit older before that. Christian Chip says, thank you so much for taking so much time to explain everything to us. A great YouTuber that cares about those who follow more than numbers. Yes, yes. Thank you. You're welcome. Do you rinse the tea out? No, Valencia, I do not rinse the tea out. Do you sell rose water? If not, where can I buy rose water? You can buy it on this website called Bulk Apothecary. I'm going to put it in the chat. And they do have it also at like Vitamin Shop. Probably on Amazon too, but I get mine in bulk obviously because I'm selling products. So hi Tula, how are you? Porsche says, Michelle, thank you for answering my question. You're so welcome, dear. Can you please consider a video on heat protectants? My hair needs stretching, that's why I use silicones. Oh, I will consider it. I'm still thinking about it. I don't use heat at all on my hair, but I do acknowledge that people do use heat. So I'll consider doing a video on heat protectants. I actually don't have, someone asked me to DIY one. I've never made a heat protectant before. It's not impossible to make, but it does, for a lot of them, they do consider using silicones on the hair, which is not really a fan, which is again why I don't necessarily make heat protectants. But yeah, I know that's really cyclical, but yeah. And you can also, just FYI, you can stretch your hair without heat. I'm a fan of banding your hair. You can try threading your hair to help stretch your hair. You don't have to use heat to stretch it. Oh, Brown and TT said, yeah, it looked like the start of Caribbean black cake. I kept saying, ooh, ooh. Yeah, everyone kept telling me that the mixture that I made was brownies. They were like, oh, I'm 100% sure you've made brownies, Michelle. And I was like, these are not brownies. um, sorry, electric massager. Yes. Okay. Tim, you can stretch your hair without heat by plaiting or twisting. Tim, you are also probably suffering from heat damage, and that could be making your hair dry. Yep, yep, yep. Thank you, Tiana. Very nice. Well, good night, Harjit. Harjit. I'm sorry for mispronouncing it, but good night. Thank you for joining our chat. Um, Z Baby says, thank you for your great advice. I'm in the desert, girl, asking about humectants. Okay, to answer your question to me, I'm close to a very large lake. Does that alter your advice to me? Have high porosity hair, fine hair. It doesn't alter my advice. It actually is kind of good that you have a lake nearby, which means you probably have enough dew points that you can use glycerin in your hair. That's what I was asking, because I was trying to see when you're near bodies of water, dew points do matter. So you probably are good with humectant based things like glycerin, honey, and all of that in your hair. And my only other advice would just to make sure you still with an oil if you have high porosity hair, like a thicker oil, like castor oil or maybe even shea butter. You don't even need a lot, probably, based on like your air. Oh, Tiana says, "Oh, you don't have to wake him." I'm glad he had so much fun. Yeah, doggy friends, so sweet. Yeah, they were they were playing around all day. He's exhausted. He's exhausted. Mm. Can you say the ingredients like flaxseed and okra and herbs, etc. names? Sure. I think I was talking about herbs that contain mucilage. So I said flaxseed, okra, marshmallow roots, slippery elm, and bunu. Did I miss one? Oh, well, fenugreek also does contain a mucilage too. Um, I don't know. If anyone has any other suggestions, you can also throw that in there. Okay. Um, can you talk about horsetail root for a bit? Sure. What do you what do you want to know about it? I have a whole video about horsetail. Horsetail contains silica, and silica is really important for hair growth and healthy hair growth. So you can boil it, the horsetail, and use it as a tea. You can infuse it into your oil. It has a lot of great properties for that. I believe it has anti fungal properties, so good for a dry and itchy scalp as well. Um, yeah, what do you want to know about it? Sun is hot. I'm talking to you, just in case you're wondering. Tiana says, Michelle, isn't grapeseed oil and shea butter a natural heat protectant? Yeah, yes, it is a natural heat protectant, but you also have to up to a certain point, right? And so depends on how high your straightening treatments are, like your blow dryer or your hot comb, whatever you're using on your hair to stretch it. So just be careful because again, you don't want to cook your hair, right? By using something that's too hot and then you have oil in your hair. But yes, those are great heat protectant, natural heat protectants. And that's why I highly recommend, like, every time I go to the beach, I put actually shea butter on my hair to protect it from the sun. Now, again, these are natural heat protectants. You're not going to get, like, again, if you're using extreme high heat on your hair, you're not going to get perfectly blocked out hair. And, there's no way of not getting heat damage just because you put those things on your hair. It's still possible. Okay. Yeah, please. Heat for that deep conditioner and hot oil treatments. I need a new dryer or steamer, but yes, no to less heat. And stretching hair is a must. And creamy products and steam your scalp and hair. Now, Nora says, now that you mentioned silicones, I just looked at my shampoo and it contains dimethicone and amodimethicone. Is that bad? Maybe that's why this particular shampoo causes my hair to tangle and mat. Oh, yeah. Nora, it's not necessarily bad, but whenever you have things that contain silicones in it, I feel like if you're not straightening your hair with heat, I feel there's no real need for them. Yeah, that's where I'm gonna leave it at that. So I would honestly just find another shampoo if I were you. Unless you're putting heat on your hair regularly, I would not use products that contain um, uh, silicones. I just think there are better ways to get moisture into your hair, and I feel like we have them. And we can use them, and you can You can make it yourself, or you can buy one that just doesn't have silicones in it. I think almost every other natural black brand has one that doesn't contain silicones. I'm sorry if I'm not explaining that well. Just know, and maybe I'll just explain, like, just know that silicones, again, they like coat the hair shaft. They lock in moisture. They lock in whatever you did, but they also prevent stuff from going into the hair, moisture from going back into the hair. So it's like if you want to be able to re-moisturize your hair throughout the week, you don't want to have products that don't allow that to happen. Oh, Shelby says Sisyphus, aka Sidar, also has some nice mucilage, in my opinion. It does, actually. Thank you. You're right. I actually did a video on it, and Sisyphus creates a nice little thick mucilage. Okay, thanks, Michelle. You're the best. You're welcome, Tiana. You're the best. Just from a hair regrowth aspect. Oh yeah, I will definitely add it to anything that you're using. If you have your oil, you can throw some horsetail in there. You can add it to like a tea rinse again, like on its own. Sometimes I like to do the horsetail with fenugreek. Really great. Again, it's so rich in silica. It's one of like the second highest sources of silica. I believe bamboo root is the first highest source of silica in the plant kingdom. So yeah, it's really, really good for hair regrowth. Definitely add it. It's in both of my oils. It's in my scalp relief oil and my stimulating Ayurvedic oil. Highly recommend. Um, Oatmeal cucumber. Oh, oatmeal contains a gel. Okay, yeah. I was like, what were you talking about? Thanks, Vanessa. She was saying oatmeal and cucumber. I have not tried cucumber to produce a mucilage, but I could imagine that it probably could. Oatmeal, obviously, I have the whole oatmeal gel that I've made that also creates a nice film forming mucilage. Robin says, can you explain what vegetable glycerin is and its benefits? So, what's the best way to explain? Glycerin is a humectant, and basically glycerin attracts water from the environment into your hair strands. Okay. Glycerin comes from, I don't know, do you want that science from it, or you just want to like how it's going to help you? Because I can go into what it is, um, like scientifically. But if you're just wondering like your benefits for your hair, I mean, there's like natural forms of glycerin. It's produced usually from animals or plants, but it's like a sugar, so it really just attracts moisture from the water from the environment into your hair strands. It's a great moisturizer for your hair. Adora says, thanks so much for the helpful information. Any tips for prepping the hair for going into the sea? Um, Like, are you swimming? Are you going to the beach? Anytime I'm going to the beach, I always moisturize my hair like extra. You know, the sun is very drying for your hair. So I always will seal my hair. Whatever I have on my hair, I will seal in with shea butter. And if I'm going to be out there swimming or out there hanging, I will either have a cap on or something to try to protect it as much. But if I'm out in the ocean, I'm just going to be out in the ocean. But shea butter really does help, um, like to have like no saltwater damage from your hair. Again, it's a really nice like heat protectant from the sun. And also just make sure when you get home to make sure you cleanse your hair and deep condition it right afterwards. Bonali. If my hair itch each time I use fenugreek, doesn't mean I'm allergic. I didn't think much of it till after the pre-poo and using the fenugreek spray. Oh yeah, you probably are allergic to fenugreek. And I always tell people like just because it's natural doesn't mean that you can't be allergic to it. So you probably are allergic to that. If you run out of shea butter, is mango butter or cocoa butter an acceptable substitute for swimming protection and sun protection? Um, I think mango butter would be better than cocoa butter as a substitute. I don't know. I don't know. Let me look. Mm, I'll have to do research on it. I really don't. I really don't know. We always talk about shea butter because it's one of those things that we know has so many more like nutrients and heat protecting properties. I'm not sure if mango butter does or cocoa butter does. Um, Coconut oil, castor oil, and shea butter mixed whipped nice. Keeps good in the freezer. Oh, that is actually a really nice mixture and a nice sealant. Nora says, can I add a little honey to the tea to add moisture before I spray the tea rinse on my scalp? Or will honey on the scalp cause my hair to come out? Oh, honey's fine. Honey's fine to use on the scalp. Listen to your hair. If your hair doesn't like it, don't use it. But honey acts like a humectant and is very moisturizing. Also, honey has anti-inflammatory properties. Really great for the scalp. Basic info for the hair. Okay, so yeah. So I can use vegetable glycerin or honey. Yeah, you can use both. You can use one or the other. One might work better than the other. Do you remember the old Jerry curl? I always say that the old Jerry curl that people used to spray in their hair to keep their hair moist and everything. The two main ingredients, though the main ingredient in it outside of the water is glycerin. And it's meant to just really draw moisture from the environment to your hair, keep your hair juicy and wet. You know, they used to have all that wet, juicy hair, and the hair would be flowing, and you lean back and you have a wet spot. It's just from the water and glycerin in that product. So it's really, really moisturizing for your hair. Um, Michelle, is it good to moisturize my hair with a fenugreek and black seed spray? The seeds, I don't have the powder for the fenugreek or black seed. Is it good to moisturize? I mean, I think it's good. I would focus that, honestly, I would probably focus that if you're using the black seed spray on your scalp mostly. Um, I'm sure you can use it down the length of your hair. I'm trying to think like, uh, I always think of black seed more like a stimulant, right? So anything that's really focused on like stimulating the scalp, stimulating, I think of the scalp. But I'm sure you could use it down the length of your hair. You're making me think. That's why I'm like taking a pause to think about it. I wonder if there's any moisturizing benefits or properties to it though. I'd have to do a little bit more research about it, Tiana. If I were you, if I were to mix the spray, I would really focus that on my scalp though. Hello, Simply Winter Magic. I love your videos. Thank you, hon. Thank you. I appreciate it. Shelby says I have to go get ready for the rest of my day. It was lovely chatting and seeing the beautiful Michelle live. Oh, thank you, Shelby. Have a wonderful day, dear. And I'm excited that you're the giveaway winner. Any advice on how to moisturize your hair while in braids? Can't wait to use the O&L collection, by the way. Yeah, you definitely should be using some type of braid spray, DIY or leave-in spray on your hair, down the length of your hair, and then I would recommend running a light oil on it, something light like avocado oil or sweet almond oil to kind of help lock in that moisture. You still should be moisturizing your hair. I highly recommend that. And also cleansing your scalp. As I can't say as frequently as possible, but don't let there be a lot of buildup on your scalp over time. I know some people don't wash their hair at all in braids, and I'm just always fascinated by that because I'm like, I don't know how you manage to do that, but make sure you do keep your scalp clean, and also, again, put some leave-in conditioner down the length of your braids. I've been a fan of even like diluting a conditioner with water, half conditioner, half water, and focusing that down the length of the braids, really trying to avoid the roots because sometimes you get that knot of gunk, dirt buildup on there. So you don't want to add to that by um, putting more at that root. So just again, like use that down the length of the braid, and that should help you. Have a blessed day. See you at the next one. Hopefully massaging our scalps together. Yes. Looking forward to the next challenge, whatever it may be. Yes, yes. As Joan said, fenugreek made my hair feel dry. I get it. Fenugreek might not be for everyone. There are strengthening properties to fenugreek, so it probably was a bit drying. You can use other herbs or other teas that you can make that might be more moisturizing for your hair. Chamomile, again, I would mix it with some type of honey or glycerin or some humectant to help keep your hair moisturized. Um, Honey can fade hair color, right? If you have light hair, it can it can make your hair color a more blondish color if you have like blonde hair. God bless everyone. Take care. Bye, Shelby. Thank you. Stephanie says, "How can I pre-poo before I use?" Hi, can okay, sorry. Hi, can I pre-poo with before I use your protein treatment? Hi. What I'm sorry. I don't know what you're saying. Are you trying to say you want to pre-poo before you use my protein? You can definitely pre-poo before you use my protein treatment. I would pre-poo, shampoo your hair, and then use the protein. Is that what you're asking? Stephanie? Sorry, Stephanie Edwards. What brand is the massager I got? I need to go one. I'm gonna put it in or maybe Tana can put it back in the chat. It is the where is this thing? It's called a Smart Scalp Massager, the electrical one. Uh, Let me see if I can find the brand for you though, real quick, real quick. This one. Sorry, my allergies have been crazy. It's also because I was sitting outside today. Oh, not today, yesterday. And my allergies are like, oh, you thought you could sit outside all day, huh? Allergies. Okay. All right, all right, all right. Where's my live stream? Sorry. Oh, Tiana just put it in the chat. I was looking for it too. We were both sorry. Okay, let's get back to it. Let's get back to it. Can I add a little honey to shampoo to make the shampoo more moisturizing? Or will the honey prevent water from getting back into the hair during the deep conditioning step? You can definitely add honey to your shampoo to make it more moisturizing. I just recommend, Nora, anything that you add to your shampoo, you do so separately. Don't just pour honey into the container. Like put into another container and then add the honey. And I only say that because everything has a preservative, and like your shampoo has a preservative and all of that. And so when you add more ingredients to it, it can like lower the preservative of the shampoo or break the shampoo, so to speak. And then you can create like fungus and all that other stuff. So just like separate it out before you add the honey. That's all. Pre-poo says with fresh aloe vera. Oh, wait, sorry. Pre-poo with fresh aloe vera and olive oil before protein treatment. Yes, you can definitely do that. You can pre-poo, but then shampoo your hair. Okay. The best thing for any type of protein treatments, you need a shampoo beforehand. That helps to raise the cuticles and basically makes it easier for your hair to accept the protein. Because remember, protein is gonna bond with like the inner hair. I'm trying to think of the word for it, like the inner hair cuticle. Okay. And so when you have the cuticles raised, it's readily accepts it and you get the most benefits from it. So you can pre-poo, shampoo your hair, and then do the protein. Hello, Melissa. How are you? She said, made it. Yay. Hi, everyone. Um, Vanessa's agave is like honey. Yes, it is. Yes. You are awesome and so giving. God bless you with all your advice. Thank you, hun. Well, some of the herbs dried my hair. It got the results I wanted, which was new growth in the balding areas. So not really bugging on the dryness. Okay. Well, definitely use a little bit of like glycerin or honey to your spray if you're using it for your hair to help with the dryness though. And make sure you deep condition your hair. Sun is hot. Make sure you're deep conditioning, okay? Do you wash out the protein treatment? Yes. Always wash out the protein treatments, please. Um Have a great week leaving the forum. Okay, Naturally in a Budget. Thank you for joining us today. Z Baby, if you add honey to shampoo, will it lower or raise the pH? It depends on, honestly, depends on how much you add. Sometimes it will lower the pH just a little bit, but usually you're not adding enough to really bring that pH down to a level that is severely low. The thing is, and that's what I said, it depends on how much you're adding to it. So usually if you're adding a tablespoon or more, you should be okay. But remember, you're also applying it to the length of your entire hair. You should be fine. I have a bunch of herbs and I don't know how to use them in a rinse or a spray or an oil mix. Any advice? I have rosemary leaf whole, amla powder, lemongrass twigs, whole Indian gooseberries, moringa. Oh, you got some nice little mixtures. So I would do in an oil your whole rosemary leaves. Are they dried? I would add the lemongrass twigs. Mm-hmm. And your whole Indian gooseberry. What? Dried whole Indian gooseberry or fresh whole Indian gooseberry, Tiana? Like the leaves and the lemongrass twigs are probably really nice in an oil. So the almond powder too. But then you can also boil the lemongrass twigs and make a nice leave-in. Rinse. I don't know. This is me. I'm like, oh, you can kind of play around with things. I might do the whole Indian gooseberry with maybe the lemongrass as like a tea, and then do all the rest as an oil. I think you can like all I think you can experiment with what your hair really likes the most, honestly. Sometimes if I have like the full like fruit, like the dried fruit of it, sometimes I like to infuse that in an oil and then like boil them. Like maybe you do the oil first and then boil them afterwards, and then use that as like a tea rinse to make sure you get all the little last bits of goodness from it. Honestly, I always say like I play around with recipes to see what works best for me. But you have a lot of options. When you have the whole leaf and the whole things, you can really like mix and match. I'm sorry, I know that doesn't really help you, but like I would definitely start off with like an oil with that. You can infuse all of those in an oil. So just have fun. I just saw it. Okay, great. So experiment with it. That sounds fun. And oh, the lemongrass tea sounds amazing. Yeah, I also probably would drink the lemongrass tea because I love lemongrass, but also pouring it on your hair would probably be really nice. Like, hmm. Where did you get the lemongrass twigs from? I'm curious. Uh, what should I do to remove brown spots from face? You can try using actually turmeric with yogurt. Do a mix like that, and then put it on your face like a mask. You can add rasul clay with a little bit of turmeric, and it will help to remove the brown spots. I'm assuming they're like previously acne spots, or you have like some other type of spots in your face. Um, Melissa says all year round allergies kicking my butt. Yeah, me too. Me too. I feel like I've rubbed my nose 100 times during this live. My allergies have been really, really bad. Yeah, they're okay. What should I do? Okay. After the boss, I hope you heard me about that. Okay, you did. Wonderful. Okay, great. So experiment. Yes, I know water and oil do both styles. Yeah, I would do both. No, that does help. And oh, great. I can put it in oil also. Yes, you can definitely put it in oil. I've made aloe vera juice, hibiscus, and an aloe vera juice and green tea sprays. Not bad. I use them to moisturize and then seal with an oil or butter. But sometimes a spray is good enough. Yeah, sometimes I think you really have to listen to your hair. And as the weather gets warmer for us, well, I'll say in the United States, it's getting warmer for us. Um, I really like to like play around with things, and then for me, just adding like a tablespoon of glycerin and things, and then just before I go out, just spray it up and then be out. Oh, I got the lemongrass from Mountain Rose Herbs. Of course. I didn't even think about them. I bought the Green Beauty Real Protein Treatment. It's been in the refrigerator for 3 months now. Still scared to use protein treatments. I've been using a Hannah Gloss every 3 wash days though. Okay, so what I recommend is if you're nervous, um, don't do the henna gloss this week, okay? And at the end of the week, um, you don't have to do a full hardcore protein. I recommend using her protein and maybe adding like a tablespoon of conditioner. Mix that together and then put that on your hair and see how your hair is, right? And then as you can do it, then you can increase it more and more till you're at like a full hardcore protein treatment, okay? I know it's nerve-wracking, but I'm telling you, sometimes doing protein you'll is actually more moisturizing than your hair than anything, because it's just the perfect right balance at the right time. So don't be scared. I'm always an advocate for doing it, especially if you haven't done one or it's been months or you can't remember your last one. It might be time to, step in and do that. Okay, you guys, does anyone else have any more questions? I am wearing down. I'm gonna actually film for Tip Tuesday. I'm going to do a follow-up or results video since that was requested of me, and this is the perfect time to do a results video. And then I'll probably do a video about our next challenge the following week. And it will, from what it sounds like here, it will be something within the tea rinses, or oils. Maybe I'll do a mix of both with the scalp massaging. So you guys can have some new tea recipes as well. It's something simple to do, nothing crazy. I won't go full DIY on y'all. I'll do partial DIYs, but easy enough that we can make it in our home, okay? Let's see here. Nora says, I've learned so much from you. Have a great weekend and see you next time. Thanks for all the tips. You're the best. You're so welcome. Okay, Z Baby says, I've had fresh rosemary twigs infused in Evo and sweet almond oil since December 24th. Is it rancid? Probably not yet, but I highly recommend you use it, because I think the sweet almond oil, let me just look at the shelf life of sweet almond oil. And my question, when you put the sweet almond oil in it, how long did you have that sweet almond oil open for? Because sweet almond oil, it says, has a shelf life of 6 months to a year. So if you had that sweet almond oil for a long time prior, it might be a little rancid, but smell the oil. Go open up the oil and smell it. It shouldn't be, but like kind of how we talked about earlier, Z Baby, about infusing things in just a carrier oil that has a long shelf life, like the Evo, and then adding your other oils afterwards, okay? But you still should be fine. If it's 6 months, 6 months to a year. So just check your thing, smell it, see how it smells, and yeah. Erica says this was nice as usual. Oh, fine. Hi Tyler. Hey Taylor. Oh, you just want to say thank you for the challenge. You're so welcome. You're so welcome. This was nice. I have a great week, Michelle and everyone. Thank you, Erica. The sweet almond oil was open for 2 months. Okay. You might still be okay. You still might be okay with it. I would use that up very, very quickly though. And if at any point your scalp starts to act funny, toss it. The infused oil keeps my hair moist, so I'm covered in the aspect of dryness. Okay, that's good then. Just wanted to say thank you for that. Okay. Valencia says, is fenugreek and hibiscus tea good to use before applying a leave-in conditioner? Yeah, I think it's really good to use before leaving a leave-in. It's kind of like a base. It's almost kind of like your water phase. And I always recommend adding water before you add anything else to your hair. So yes, it's good to use. Okay. Like the video. Okay. Thank you, Tiana. Gail says, the 8th week, are you saying the mask that you made was a pre-poo treatment? So Gail, in the video, I kind of talk about it. You can use it as a pre-poo or you can use it as a final mask treatment. It's up to you how you want to use it for your hair. If you want to go in and shampoo and do all of that, you can definitely do so. I used it as kind of like a final mask rinse, and I didn't need anything else afterwards. So that's how I used it, but you can use how you want to use it. I'll leave it at that. Oh, Tiana says, thanks so much for taking the time to give us much invaluable info. I really appreciate you. You're welcome, Tiana. Give night kisses and hugs from me. I definitely will. He's knocked out in there. Good chat. You're welcome, Vanessa. Thank you. This is my first challenge ever. Oh, well, I'm glad. I hope you enjoyed it, Taylor. We're actually just wrapping up this live. I'm sorry you came on towards the end, but thank you for coming and enjoying the challenge. Let's see. Thank you. You're welcome, Z Baby. Which oil is the best to infuse herbs in that has a long shelf life? Extra virgin olive oil. Melissa. I'm 20 years old and have 30 to 40% gray hairs, and I want to increase more grays as I'm fed with black hairs. Sounds like your gray hair is hereditary, so you're gonna just have to be patient and let your hair go fully gray at this point, if that's what you want. There's no process that I know that can speed up the gray hairs. There are things that can help slow down the gray hairs, but I don't know anything about speeding that up, dear. Yes, have a great week. Thank you. Ready to play with my products and ingredients. Self-love. Yes. Is teas and infused oils overdoing it, or am I good? No, I think you're doing good. I think you're doing just fine. I think you're fine. If your hair ever feels like it's too much, take a break for a little while and come right back to it. But I use stuff regularly, as you guys can see. Vanessa says, waiting for the next video on Instagram too. Awesome. Robin says, I can use honey during my pre-poo or best for my deep conditioner. So Robin, you can use it. You can use it in both, honestly. My deep conditioner contains pre-poo. Contains pre-poo. My deep conditioner actually contains honey in it. You can use it as a pre-poo. Like a lot of people feel like shampoos are very stripping for their hair, so you pre-poo your hair to help put moisture into your hair before you shampoo it out. So I just recommend you try both ways. Try it both ways, honestly. Pre-poos. Some people like to use conditioner for pre-poos. Some people like to use oil. I like to use like a combination of oils and herbs for pre-poo sometimes. But also there's nothing wrong with adding honey to your deep conditioner. Nicole says, thank you for all you do. Best channel on YouTube for hair care. Thank you, Nicole. You're so welcome. Sweet Lady says, I love you ladies. Michelle, thank you for everything and taking me off the dry hair bus. I sent you something to your P.O. box. Enjoy your week. Oh, thank you, dear. Thank you. I actually did not check my P.O. box this past week and I need to go check, so I'm gonna go look. Thank you, honey. Is it okay to have gray? Yeah, girl. If you want to have gray hair, that's fine. As everyone advising me is to get it dyed. I look old. Girl, do what's best for you, okay? Do what's best for you. Okay? If you like gray hair, then make it your thing and that's it. Like live your best life with the gray hair, sis. Wanda says, how can you slow down graying? We talked about that earlier, but herbs like amla powder and excuse me, and Jada's manzi can help slow down gray hair. Valencia says, you're awesome. I have learned so much from you today. Ayurveda is life. Understanding is the best thing in the world. Back to work I go. Oh, wonderful. Have a great day, Valencia. Wanda Johnson, I want more grays. Yeah. Yeah, you're probably just going to have to let it grow out. If you want gray hairs and you want to enjoy it, don't let people discourage you, okay? Live your best life that's best for you. If you like it, I love it, okay? Evil and organic extra virgin coconut oil, long shelf life. Correct. Yes. Yes. I'm sure there are other oils too. Let me see briefly that have a long shelf life. Argan oil actually has a 2-year shelf life, which I didn't know. Yeah, coconut oil is 2 to 4 years. That's something like the coconut and extra virgin olive oil have a very long shelf life. Sunflower seed oil actually has a 1-year shelf life. This is just from a quick scroll. Babasu oil actually is 2 years. So those are some also alternatives to infusing your oils with as well, just so you FYI. Should dyeing more and more will increase grays, as I heard? That won't increase your grays. That is that is a myth. That is a myth that is passed on, dear. You obviously genetically have a predisposition to gray hair, so you're gonna just let that process take its time. Don't stress about it. Argan oil is amazing. It is. It is. So, hey, how do you keep your afro soft? So, hun, we talk about like deep conditioning often, right? Shampoo, deep condition your hair, and then use either LCO or LOC method, some type of liquid leave-in, cream leave-in, and an oil. Okay, you can definitely have mine. When can we swap? You ladies are hilarious. Ayurveda gave me my hair volume and strength. Yes, that's awesome. It really changed my hair game too for me, like night and day. I love Babasu oil. I was happy to see it in your hair care line. Yes, Babasu oil is amazing. Taylor says, "Do you use cocoa butter?" I have not used cocoa butter. I think it's like one of the few butters I have not used. But it's a great butter. I've heard amazing things about it. If you have it, use it. I highly recommend it. From what I've read, I have not used it personally though. Thank you. The information on telling me which oil has a long shelf life. Oh, you're welcome. You're welcome. Best life white hair. Yes, but slow down omelet powder. Yes, yes. Do you have grays? I have like one or two, like I was saying, right at the temples. They just started. And I'm 35, so everyone in my family I said actually grayed early. I'm the only one who didn't gray early. And I'm talking about like 14, 15 gray. My sister now is like fully like she's not fully gray, but she's mostly gray. I'll say that much. And she's 36. And my little brother, he's also sandy gray too. So I'm the only one who didn't have um, like premature graying like they did. Mm. Tanya, do you mean pre-pooing? You said prepping. Okay, pre-pooing. I recommend oils that can penetrate the hair. So coconut oil, babasu oil, argan oil. I would use like lighter based oils. Sweet almond oil. Yeah, those oils. Jojoba oil. Tiana says, "Oh, we're the same age. Yeah, are we? Yay, girl!" uh, at 20, and I'm loving my grays. I'm glad you're loving it. And don't let other sides say. Don't let other people, discourage you from doing what you love and what you want. And just trust me. With time, your hair will be all the way gray. And live your best life, girl. All right, y'all. But I am signing out. I am tired, and I got to take a nap, and then I'm gonna film for Tip Tuesday. Y'all, I'm old. I've been taking naps. This is the only days I really get to take naps are on the weekends. So I'm gonna take a nap, and then I'm actually going to go to restaurant week with my girls. So I'm excited. I haven't seen my friends in a little while, so little restaurant week with the ladies, a little girls' night out. Pumpkin seed oil shelf life. Let me see. Okay, this is the last thing I'm gonna answer, and then I'm gonna sign off. I know I said that a few seconds ago, but Melissa said, "Why you old?" I don't know. Oh, it looks like pumpkin seed oil has a shelf life of 2 years. I did not know that. But it does say this. Refrigerate for pumpkin seed oil. Refrigerate after opening, highly recommended, and no direct light. Otherwise, it can completely like remove benefits of pumpkin seed oil. Maybe that's why I thought that it had a lower shelf life because it can go bad, and you definitely need to keep it refrigerated for a longer shelf life. All right. I'll see you guys later. Have a wonderful weekend and week and all of that. Thank you, ladies.